Hello and welcome to the Blake House Show, episode number 452. I'm your host, Blake, and I just got over a really weird, health bug that I'm not even sure what the hell happened. But it wasn't COVID, that's all I know. But I had a really weird bug, and it hit me hard, and I was down for a good, 48 hours. It was
like a ladybug?
No, not that kind of bug. Let's bring on
June bug.
Let's bring on my co-hosts who don't understand that I have to introduce them first before they talk. Been doing this for 10 years. One would think they know that by now. But also, they don't realize they give me content for their intro without even realizing it. First of all, bring on the biggest deal in podcasting and a man who is currently running on Facebook looking at free stuff to pick up from random places. Sal, how you doing?
So far, I've seen one thing that was interesting, but it was kind of far, so I'm not going to bother.
I don't even want to know what the hell you found on that website. I don't want to know. I know. Let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend, a wrestling historian, a man who I swear to God said last night he may or may not be an annoying canary. I'm not joking. He said that. Mark, how you doing?
How you doing, guys? Fantastic. And hey, I'm gonna do some hawking. This is the Jay Briscoe Memorial shirt.
Oh, nice.
For Jay Briscoe. And 100% proceeds of the shirt go to his family.
Yes.
So get it at ProWrestlingT-shirts.com.
No. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. If you want to plug it correctly. It's Pro Wrestling Tees.
Okay.
ProWrestlingTees.com.
Okay. Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yes.
Oh,
and plug it right.
The thing that was farther that way that you thought was interesting and you didn't go, was it a body?
No. Thank you.
Anyway, so if you're on the YouTube side, you're not hearing our mirror music in the background. I had some technical difficulties that I'm trying to fix on this end. Translation, we did our live show, messed up the settings on my computer, and I haven't been able to fix them all yet. So, Sal, what's the intro to the song on the podcast side people are actually hearing?
It's the Miley Cyrus song, right?
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with it?
Okay, I want to make sure. It was the new Miley Cyrus. It's called Flowers, and supposedly it is a response song to Bruno Mars's "When I Was Your Man." But then why would you do a response song so many years later? It makes no sense to me. But whatever, good song.
It's music. You never know.
Is she like channeling her inner Taylor Swift?
No, but this is actually a good song.
I mean, she's actually got she's got a country background-ish kind of thing.
That's for sure. I enjoy the song. I actually like the song. So, little behind the scenes, I asked Dad to pick the outro for the show, and we'll get to it obviously at the end of the show. He said Miley Cyrus Flowers as outro. I've already had it down as the intro. So just a little behind the scenes here. What happened last night?
Wait a minute.
That actually happened.
I'm looking at it now. Wait a minute.
Great minds. Just look at great minds think alike.
Ay. So, all right, let's get into
the show. Miley Cyrus show.
Sure, why not? If you don't have anything else,
and maybe tag her, and maybe she'll post it on her stories.
I'll write it down, and if you don't have anything else funnier, that'll be the name of the show. How about that? Anyway,
and then we'll tag her, and then maybe she'll put it on her stories.
I think that is as promising as most of the people we tag and stuff. We can't even get our guests to repost shows sometimes, let alone celebrities. Anyway, let's get started. Help support the show and all the products we work on at TheBlakeandSalShow.com. So,
yeah, and you can buy our shirts, stickers, hoodies, gardening claws, and more from our TeePublic store. Click on the TeePublic link on our website, or go to TeePublic and search the Blake and Sal Show.
Hey, did our Blake and Sal Show mark car flags coming yet?
No, but that would actually be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty cool.
How about mud flaps?
Metal items actually available.
Decals for your window?
Yeah, we actually have those. Let's go to the break. We'll come right back. So
and terra toppers.
Okay, we're back. Now we're back from the break. I do want to tell people if our internet connection is weird today, it actually has nothing to do with the internet. We're having a massive windstorm here in Wisconsin right now, like a ridiculously bad windstorm. So if we have any internet issues on this end, that is what's going on. It's actually affecting me and Dad already. So if there's any issues,
that's why your video's frozen.
Well, if anything happens, that's what's going on. There's a really bad windstorm going on right now. So So that'll give away when we're recording this. People in Wisconsin. So there you go. All right. As always, go pick up Andy's book. I Know I Am, available right now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and at RNHAP Publishing in English and in Spanish.
How about Klingon?
Not available in Klingon. No, not a thing. Someone's watching way too much Big Bang Theory.
Maybe Portuguese. maybe Portuguese.
Are you translating it? Because Mandy paid for them to translate the book. So.
Oh, okay.
I can get someone that knows Portuguese if need be.
I don't want to know. All right, let's do this. Let's go back. We don't have much in our history here, but we have a couple of cool ones. First of all, I actually messaged John immediately when I realized this. 3 years ago, on February 14th, 2020, right before the pandemic, Don Parker made his debut on the show.
Yay.
It's crazy that it's been 3 years. I'm not sure how that happened. Even John had the
Did you
same
see John's
reaction
foot?
Damn, how time
I know.
flies.
I'll read a message from him about that. He actually told me what happened there. But anyway, also on February 15th, 2016, I interviewed Aaron Wallace. He's a big Disney book writer. So that was a really cool interview for me to do at the time. Hey, let me go up. So that is this week in Blake and Sal Show history. So before we get into our show, I know Sal just brought up his foot, and I actually asked him, I said, what the fuck happened to your foot? Which is exactly what I asked him because I was very curious. He did a slip and he landed weird. It's not broken. It just looks really bad.
It looks very bad.
Yeah. So
Wait a minute, he did a what?
He slipped and he thought he broke his foot, but he didn't. He really bruised it badly, and it looks terrible.
Was he trying to be a gymnast or something?
Probably tripped on
was
his
it
cat.
because
Dad, did you realize that people get older, they just slip and fall sometimes? Shit happens.
Yes, I know. I'm aware of that. Thank you very much.
Yay.
But I thought maybe Sal was just overjoyed at the wonderful ending of the Super Bowl game.
Why would Sal? First of all, John's the one that hurt himself, not Sal.
Oh.
Nothing to do with it. We're talking about John. Sal, Dad's not listening to us, Sal. I know that Sal's not listening. Sal, this is what living with Dad is like. That we're in the same room together at times, talking directly to him. And 5 minutes later, he'll ask us what he talked about. What he talked about. What it was like. Right here, this conversation.
Hey, that's my job.
But this is exactly what living with him is like in this conversation right here.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of the Super Bowl, let's jump over to the Super Bowl. We won't spend a whole lot of time here because honestly, I was just happy to see the Eagles lose. I could have done. The ending was weird. The ending of the game was bizarre, but it was still a great game. I know it was that much. Kansas City won 38 to 35. Styles distracting me typing up the run sheet again, distracting me. But so I enjoyed the game. I thought the game was awesome. Again,
it was a very good game.
Those out there saying the holding call shouldn't have been called. Guess what? Shit happens. The holding call should have been called. I don't care if it was against Kansas City or against the Eagles. It should have been called. That's how the game works, and it's almost fitting that the Super Bowl ended with a shitty penalty or a shitty referee call, much like how the whole of the playoffs went. No, but actually, the first thing I thought of when this finished and everyone was complaining, you remember back in the '99 Stanley Cup Finals when Dallas won with the foot in the crease rule?
No, everybody started with the foot in the crease rule.
But remember that though, and everyone freaked out about it, but they were taking the rule out anyway. Like that's what this felt like to me.
Yeah.
I was in the arena for an overtime game that had to continue because of the foot in the crease rule. I was there for one of those. Trust me, I know how it feels. But anyway, overall, the game I had a lot of fun. I don't pay attention to Kansas City much because I'm more of an NFC person. And when the Giants are actually playing good like they did this year, I really didn't watch other games than the Giants games and the Packer game this season. But Mahomes is a fucking personality. I don't know. He's a fucking personality, and I need to know. Let me tell you what the fuck they shot him up with in that second half. After that injury, I need to know what the fuck.
I'm telling you, probably gave him. I'm sure they gave him cortisone shots and
stem cells.
Steve said, "No, not yet." But yeah, cortisone, and he wouldn't feel the pains, so that's why he was out there doing what he did. Because
I need to know what was
he didn't feel anything. If he didn't feel anything, he'd do his best. I'm telling you that Mahomes right now, for what he did in the Super Bowl, he is quote unquote the new Iron Man of the NFL.
I wouldn't go that far, but I will say it definitely clinched his legacy. That's going to be the thing they talk about. Like, holy shit, this guy had this injury, and he came back, and he won a Super Bowl with this ridiculous injury. Like,
and he's worth all the money he's being paid.
100%. And I think he had a quarter shot that helped an elephant. That's pretty much what happened there. On Sally,
And
on the game itself. Sal, anything?
It was a good game. I enjoyed it. It felt like it went pretty quick, though. I don't know if it was just because I was enjoying it or if it was just going.
It definitely went
fast.
by quick. It definitely went fast because, so in this house, Kyle goes to work around 9-ish. When Dad left to bring Kyle to work, was the field goal to end the game. And normally, and Dad leaves to pick up Kyle for work, we have another full corner of action to go on Super Bowl night.
Yeah.
So the game definitely ended really early compared to past years.
Nice.
It went fast because Philadelphia basically instead of like punting or anything when it was like fourth down, they would try to go for it, and he did, and he was successful. I think what. So I mean, it was fast paced and it was back and forth. The thing that everyone, or actually people were bitching about, is the condition of the field and how these guys were slipping.
Oh yeah.
And some of them did change the cleats that they had, and some of them didn't. So
Philadelphia did, Kansas City did not. So just throw that out there. So
yeah,
and that's why they lost.
Yeah, I thought about that. After the game, I'm like, because I'm such a superstitious person when it comes to sports that I guarantee you that the one Eagle players like they changed their cleats when they were with a big, massive lead. That's where they lost the game. I feel like that's actually what happened. I wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't shock me that some Eagle fans after saying that. So
I can see the Eagle players going to the coach. Coach, why are we slipping?
Whatever. Their coach is a jackass. That's just being honest.
There you go.
He's the perfect coach to coach a Philadelphia team. We'll leave it at that. He's the perfect coach for them. Absolutely perfect. Pompous asshole that he is. He's perfect for
personality, just personality gels with the players. That's all
personality is personality wants me to hit a punchable face. Anyway, I do want to, as we would traditionally do, we talk about the anthems and the commercials. Shirley Roth from some people know her from Alba Elementary. She's also a Broadway person. She sang the what's the name of the song? The Black National Anthem. I always forget the name of it.
Lift every something and sing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
She did a fantastic job at that.
She did a great job.
So yeah, Babyface singing very beautiful, and then we had Chris Stapleton surprise everybody with a amazing rendition of the national anthem. Because I'm not a big Chris Stapleton.
Oh my god, it was so good.
I'm not a Chris Stapleton person.
Yes.
I don't like Chris Stapleton personally. I'm just not a big fan. I don't like most of his music.
But
that anthem was fantastic. Like straight up.
Oh, he did a fantastic job. Then of course the flyover.
The flyover, all female flyover. That was a big deal. That was such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I by the way, I love it when Sal texts me, and he's like, "Did you know this?" Yeah, they've been talking about it for 2 weeks. Like it's not like it's a surprise. They talked about it all live for 2 weeks, like everywhere.
Hey, I don't watch a lot of TV anymore, so I don't know.
On TV, I saw it online on every fucking website, everywhere I went. Like Facebook, you're on Facebook all the time. I'm on Instagram all the time. Between those two platforms, I saw it everywhere. Like,
I didn't see it.
I'm surprised. I'm very, very surprised. Before we get to the commercials, halftime show was Rihanna. Not gonna lie, I went with low expectations because I did not realize how many Rihanna songs I actually knew. I did not know how many Rihanna songs I actually knew. I enjoyed it more than anything else. But my favorite part, I'll throw it to Dad first because my favorite part was sitting in the living room with Mandy, and Mandy's singing along with the music. We're enjoying ourselves. I'm enjoying the fucking set because I love that kind of stuff. Like I'm enjoying the cinematography of the whole thing. Like it's really, really cool. And all of a sudden, we're reaching, I believe we're getting into the last couple of songs, the most well-known songs in Rihanna catalog anyway. And then Dad's in the kitchen like, I don't get it. This is not good. I'm not enjoying this. Like,
well, you know what? A lot of people online did complain that they did not like the show, which I don't understand because I thought it was a very good show.
Dad?
Hey, like I said, the song that basically stuck in mind was Umbrella, and I know Umbrella but other stuff I didn't recognize. And these guys dancing with these big puffy ski jackets. What the hell? What was they trying to?
So
what were they trying to get across? What
my
message
favorite.
were
Okay,
they
so I'll
sending?
give you a theory I heard. And it's on Carton Roberts the next day, and I cracked up with this theory. I love this one. I'm gonna run with this one because this is my favorite one of them all. Besides the fact that the memes are amazing afterwards. Memes are
Go ahead.
absolutely amazing. Obviously, Rihanna was pregnant when it was all said and done. We all figured it out halfway through the performance, even though there was a lot of words.
No.
Can I finish my thought? Obviously, everybody's like, Rihanna's pregnant, Rihanna's pregnant, Rihanna's pregnant. By the way, I have never seen just Discord of, no, that's just fat. She's just fat. I actually saw that. No, she's just fat. She's just carrying baby weight. And then there are people online that don't understand that you can get pregnant like a month after you just had your kid. Like you can do that. It's not unheard of. It's not unheard of.
It's very possible.
People don't understand, apparently, and there are females that are saying it's not possible. And in a group, me and Mandarin are actually saying there's no way she's pregnant. She just had her kid. Like, do you not understand how this works? You're in your fucking 40s and you don't know how biology works? Like, come on here. Like, you've had kids. How do you not know how this works?
Salami.
But like, you've had kids. How do you not know how this works? But anyway,
do we have to insert an example about how this is possible?
you take a bagel. He was using one from the Practical Jokers with the hot dog and the bagel. And then,
oh, there you go. It works.
And then you play hide the salami.
Yeah, hide the salami. But anyway, so the whole word goes around, and I give her credit. That way, I applaud her for that performance, knowing she was that pregnant. I applaud her even more, especially the aerial stuff they were doing. Like, I applaud her. But my favorite part was on Carton Roberts when Craig Carton's like, so I heard a theory that all the guys in white were dressed up like sperm and wanted them to happen to impregnate her, and that's why they announced they're being pregnant. I cracked up laughing at that explanation, so I'm going with it and running with it.
No.
You know, that kind of makes sense. If you look at it, kind of makes sense.
Here's a screenshot for you, Blake.
I know. I think it's gonna be right now.
What?
But yeah, overall, I thought it was good. I even said it. There was one point near the end where she's going up to the top of the fireworks behind her, looking at me, and I'm like, there it is. There's your screenshot. That is right there. That's gonna be the clip everyone sees. If they didn't watch the Super Bowl, that right there is the clip everyone's gonna see forever. Because that is an amazing visual. One of the best visuals.
Did you see that the ratings? Did you see that the ratings for the performance was higher than the whole Super Bowl?
Really? No, I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think the Super Bowl as a whole had. Now the numbers are going to be a little off.
It was 113. Last time I checked, it was 113. It was 113 when I last heard the numbers.
Okay, and then Rihanna's was like 117.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I think that's higher than the highest Super Bowl ever.
Wow.
That's definitely higher.
And the rumor going around was that she was going to have some musical guests.
No. Okay, let me clarify this.
Okay.
I did my research on this because I don't remember ever hearing about a guest. Like, I never heard anything about it and it's like, I missed something. I'll miss something. I missed stuff. I'll miss stuff. It happens. And I mean, there's a lot going on in 2 weeks, and I was traveling, and I might miss something. So, like, when everyone's talking about, oh, who's your guest going to be? I'm like, I never once heard a rumor. Like, I never heard anything about there possibly being.
Yeah, people just went. People went crazy.
I heard a rumor supposedly that Snoop Dogg was supposed to be
I heard
there.
nothing. I heard nothing at all going into the night. So I'm like, where are people getting this from? So I even went back. I even went back to posts like NFL put up.
Way back.
Yeah. Well.
Thank you.
There you go.
I went back to the posts and I'm like, I see nothing about promoting or teasing a guest. Like, I don't know where anyone got this from. Like, I have zero clue where anybody got it from. I left the fact maybe like leading up to the standard of the last bunch of years where they brought out a bunch of people. Maybe that's what it was. But then I'm like, the Weeknd didn't have a guest. Then again, the pandemic, but still, like, the Weeknd didn't have any guests with his performance. Like, you're not gonna have like, and I forgot that Bad Bunny was a guest for Shakira and J-Lo. I completely forgot about that. Like, I forgot that happened that one year. Like, that Shakira had Bad Bunny. I completely forgot about that. But no, I didn't expect that. I thought it was well done. I don't know. All right, we'll move on to one last thing. Super Bowl related, obviously, the commercials. I'm a sucker for the T-Mobile Scrubs commercials. I'm a sucker for those. I'm not gonna bullshit you. This morning I was listening to the John Travolta. I was listening to Dr. Real Friends this morning talking about the commercial. and there's an extended version online. So I went and watched it. There's a 2.5-minute version of that commercial online, and I cracked up laughing. I lost it. There's like a whole dance sequence in the middle that was cut out at the time. It was, oh my god, I was laughing so damn hard watching that commercial.
Summer loving. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. The other thing I will say that I'm disappointed in was the culmination of the M&M fiasco. I'm really disappointed by that. I thought there was going to be some big production thing, and then suddenly we have the big number at the beginning, and I'm like, cool, be like a runner all night, like the old Budweiser.
Were there other people like us that were waiting for a second part that never happened?
Well, yeah, something to say. I thought it was gonna be like the little old days we had the Budweiser commercials where we had like runners throughout the Super Bowl, multiple commercials that culminate to a big thing at the end. I thought that's what they were doing. And then we had that big production in the first quarter, and then we have Red come up with the Help Me Some. Like, cool, it'll be part 2. We'll have part 2, and then they'll get rid of my rub. Then we'll have part 3 to culminate the whole thing. There was never a part 2, and then suddenly online, and suddenly during the fourth quarter, right before 2-minute warning, they're saying M&M's the sports candies are back. I'm like, wait, what? When did that happen? When the hell did that happen? And then they showed the commercial, the press conference commercial, which was all over Raw on Monday as well. Yeah, I was disappointed by that. I was disappointed by the whole thing. Sal, commercials at a height. What your favorites? Least favorite guy? Go.
I mean, the commercials are definitely funnier than they have been in the past couple of years. Because I know the past couple of years, I specifically remember complaining about how boring they were, because the Super Bowl was known for 2 things. Well, 3 things: the actual game, the halftime show, and the commercials. In the last 2 years, the commercials were very blah, not funny, whatever. So they actually brought a little bit back, not too much, but a little bit back.
I thought they had fun this year.
Nothing.
They had a lot more fun.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did, but nothing like super funny. Nothing that like people were talking about the next day, kind of a deal. Like the old days. Nothing really stuck out at me, but yeah, the M&M one was pretty disappointing because I was expecting this big thing. Maybe I know they just introduced purple, but I thought maybe they would introduce like another color or something or whatever. But,
yeah, a runner throughout the Super Bowl. I really expected that. I don't know. I know what commercial Dad loved, and I'll throw it to him. Go ahead.
The Dunkin' commercial with Ben Affleck. In the drive-through with the headset, and basically as people are coming through, the lady goes, "You look familiar. Do I know you?" He goes, "Yeah, everyone knows me." He goes, "Well, I don't know you. You don't look familiar." And then next one, he's trying to take the selfie with the girl.
I know, yeah, that was. But my favorite part was J-Lo at the end, though. J-Lo at the end was amazing. I didn't expect that.
I love that.
Funny.
Man, you work here now. Come on, get in the car. We gotta go home. And by the way, grab me a glazed.
So what's funny about it? I watched that. I looked at Manny. I'm like, that's gonna be everywhere. And by the way, that was the first commercial of the night. We're on the 3rd break, and Dad's still quoting that like an hour later. He was still quoting that commercial like an hour later. So then the next day, that is the commercial that took off on TikTok. That's the commercial that took off. Because the end of that, everyone was like quoting it and doing TikToks about. Like, I was like, okay, there you go. That was gonna be the commercial. But then there's also like Ben Affleck then put out a 3-minute outtake video from it.
Oh yeah.
And it's hysterical. Oh, it's absolutely hysterical. There's actually the commercial looked like a minute. He put like a 3-minute outtake video out. Like, oh my god, I laughed so hard at that.
Well, and then there's the Bradley Cooper with his mom for T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, that was another T-Mobile one that happened.
That was good too.
Yeah, they had some fun ones. Like I said, they actually had fun this year, which I appreciated for a change. So I appreciated that. Like there were some down parts, but at least they were having a good time. Like randomly, I don't know why Tyrus showed out in a Fox Nation commercial. That was weird. That was the most bizarre thing. Was seeing the NWA World Champion in like looking like fucking Scott Steiner, holding the belt in a Fox Nation commercial. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what is going on? And it aired twice. 2 different times. Like, what is going on here? Like, I couldn't believe it. And that was like that Undertaker is the only real like wrestling representation if you don't count the SmackDown commercial. Like, you don't count that.
Oh yeah,
right.
His appearance in that sports betting commercial.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, when the had this, and they talked about Era, and they showed the shoes and Nike, and I thought it was going to be a commercial for Nike. You come to find out it's a trailer for a movie.
Oh God, yeah, that trailer. That was weird. That was a weird trailer. So by the way, so Sal, I'm gonna call this one up because this made me laugh. Sal is the reason why I don't bet on
the beer one.
I don't know. I don't bet on the Super Bowl. I don't bet on the Super Bowl. I don't do it. I don't waste my time. I don't waste money. I don't do it. He'll laugh me all. Every year I get asked to join pools. I never do. I haven't done it maybe since high school. I have not voted. I have not bet on the Super Bowl. This guy bets on the Super Bowl in a pool. And it's like going crazy in the end of the second quarter. It's like, I'm going to win all this money, all this kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, the score changes. And he's pissed off the rest of the game. Stop the rest of the
There was 3 seconds left. For fucking 3 seconds. I lost out on like $400.
So I knew he was in a bad mood because in the rest of the game, after the halftime show, this guy is snarky, he's sassy, he's sending me these messages about like, and I'm enjoying the show, like I'm enjoying the game, like this guy's being sassy and snarky the rest of the night. To the point where I think my favorite moment, my favorite thing was they had that Disney commercial, the 100 years of Disney commercial, which I loved it. Absolutely love it. I'm a Disney holic. Everyone knows this, and I love this commercial. So I'm like, and me and Mandy are like, that was a great commercial. And I text Sal. He's like, yeah, that sucked. 100 years of paying our money. I'm like, okay, you're in a bad mood. It's like one quarter.
Where's the line, though? Where's the line, Blake? You know I'm right.
Oh my God, I had to share that story because that was too damn funny.
100 years of ripping people off.
Like, I cracked up laughing at that. I was like, that was too damn funny. Oh my God. That is that. That is the Super Bowl. I had fun this year. I had fun. I wasn't even sure if I was going to enjoy the game. And I really enjoyed myself this year. So that'll be that. All right, let's get into the wrestling side of things today.
And now, let's get into the crazy world of professional wrestling.
All right. Just so everybody knows, we're going to do a full AEW conversation in our next show in 2 weeks when we have John on the show. We talk about Revolution. We'll get into everything AEW. Then, if they announce anything for their damn pay-per-view, except for the Iron Man match. Seriously, I was like getting ahead of stuff for like the next month because March is going to be busy and trying to get ahead on run sheets. Just like to program things in ready to go. And I'm like, okay, I'll start the AEW Evolution. I confirmed with John that he's coming on the show. They have one match announced. The show's in 2 weeks. They have one match announced.
Yay.
Like, are you kidding me? This is a joke.
Yay.
Wait a minute.
That's not a good thing. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Maybe that's going to be the only match
Tony
on the
Khan.
card.
Is Tony Khan like doing the idea like Vince McMahon? We're gonna like put this together at the last minute.
I don't know. It's bad.
Okay.
So hopefully on Dynamite tonight they start announcing, something for this day for you besides the Iron Man match. I'm sorry, no one's spent. People are not going to spend $50 on a 1 hour match. I'm sorry, that's not a thing that's going to happen. Despite the AEW people that be like, oh my. By the way, Sal, I would need to say something here. I know how you love to. I always joke about you being an AEW mark. Crack up about it all the time. You love doing it, right? It's a bit you do on the. It's a bit you do. You love doing it. You're nothing compared to Issa over on Wrestling Inc., who loves Roman Reigns so fucking much that after Sami turned on Roman Reigns, she blocked Sami Zayn on Twitter. What? I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking at all.
Get out. Get out. Come on.
I'm not joking
I
at
bet
all.
Sami is devastated.
Are we that petty? Really?
Yes,
Really?
I bet Sami is devastated.
Yeah, that cracked me up when I saw that online last week. I'm like, that's funny. That's funny. It's like, it's becoming, God, I will say, if you want to hear some entertaining podcasting, the wrestling podcast, post-show podcasting, as much as I love to promote the torch and all the stuff, our friends, the Wrestling Inc. post-shows are so much fucking fun. Like, they're so fun. And Issa's drunk most of the time anyway. Like, it is such a fun show over there every time but there's shows. Like, I listen to them every week. It's just so much fun over there. And like Jimmy Corderas, by the way, hosts on Mondays and Wednesdays as well. Like, it's so much fun over there. So like definitely go to them on the next morning after shows. They're so much fun. So anyway, this Saturday there are 2 shows going on. One we're actually going to break down, and one we'll just run through real fast. I did just get permission from Andy to order the New Japan show. It's like $20 on Fight, so I'm going to order that, and I'll watch it on Sunday because of the California time difference. The show's happening at like 9 o'clock here, and Elimination Chamber is still going to be going on. So, like, yeah, I'm not watching that Saturday night. That's not happening. That ain't going to happen. So I'll watch it Sunday morning when I get up. But anyway, real fast, the major matches on that show are Kyrie taking on Mercedes Moné. That's a big deal. Kazuchika Okada versus Tanahashi. What? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're good? All
I
right.
can hear you.
Sorry. Kyrie versus Mercedes Moné. Kazuchika Okada versus Tanahashi. Jay White versus Eddie Kingston. That's a match that's happening. I'm looking forward to that. And Fred Rosser, he's winning the Strong Openweight Championship against Kenta. The reason I even brought up the Jay White match is Jay White lost a match last week to Hikuleo. Loser leaves Japan. Keep in mind, this show is in California. He didn't lose the match that said lose New Japan. It was lose the country of Japan. So he can still work with New Japan Wrestling in America. It would crack me up. I'm sorry. That made me laugh. Got any thoughts on these matches? There's a whole card. I just didn't put the whole card on here because a lot of it's very like strong heavy, so there's really no point in going through it here.
Okay.
Got any thoughts?
Okay.
The Jay White match really intrigues me because I want to see what's going to happen. What type of Eddie Kingston is going to go against him? Is it going to be the I respect you friendly guy, or is it going to be the beat down, drag out? I'm going to beat your ass until you're black and blue and you can't get up anymore.
Well, as I always say about Kenny Omega, Eddie Kingston in New Japan is a completely different person. So I think you're going to get that person, honestly. So.
Yep. There you go.
So. But yeah, it's only $20 on Fight. So if you want to have a good fun watching the Japan show, it's a good price. Definitely reach out. I'm definitely going to watch it. So let's move on. I wanted to play the song, but obviously my soundboard's acting a little weird. But so in post, I'll say here, it's a Skillet, Cycle in My Mind, the theme song of WWE Elimination Chamber, this week's premium live event on Peacock. So here we are.
Okay.
I gotta admit, I'm actually kind of excited for this show. I didn't think I'd say that like a month ago, but I'm actually really excited for this damn show. And as you can tell by people on the YouTube side, I am wearing my Sami Zayn t-shirt again, like I was a couple weeks ago. I'm excited for this. We'll go through it. This is the matches they have announced, and it sounds like this is the card. This is it. This is the whole card. So maybe we'll get out of here in like 2.5 hours or 3 hours back. So we can go to bed after the show's over, or you can watch the Japan show, whichever you choose to do. Let's go through it. It is Edge and Beth Phoenix. This is the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio in their corner. This is my way of praising Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. It's one of my favorite things on the show right now. I enjoy them so fucking much. It is ridiculous how much I enjoy them. And if you have not watched the Valentine's Day video that went up, where Dominic took Rhea out to dinner and apparently took over Ray's spot at the table, and spoiler alert, Ray did pull out one of the best father revenge things I've ever seen. Like, as a father, I greatly appreciated it. I cracked up laughing when I watched the end of it. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. I'll guarantee they'll show it on SmackDown this week, but it's definitely worth a watch.
I got to tell you, Rhea Ripley, when she's in this character, she plays it really well.
Yeah, the fact that she played it straight through all this is amazing to me. Like, she played it straight. Like, Sal, any thoughts on that, on Dominic Mysterio and Ray and actually this match? Go ahead.
I wish Dominic was in the match because I think
I was saying the same thing.
Funnier, but I can understand. But I can understand why they have Finn Balor instead. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of momentum with the Judgment Day. I feel like they need to win, and then I don't know if something leads to Mania or not, whatever the case is. Obviously not with Rhea Ripley because she's going to be a little busy.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to say Judgment Day wins with help from Dominic helping Rhea pin Beth.
Yeah, the thing is, Rhea can't lose. She can't lose this. She can't get pinned in this match. They can lose the match, but Rhea can't get pinned in this match. There's a big difference between the two. But I think Rhea
Yeah.
has to win a match, go into her match with Charlotte. She can't lose this thing. She's got to pin Beth. I expect Dominic to interfere, have some fun with it. I expect Edge to like beat up Dominic and they be distracted enough where Beth gets pinned by Rhea. Like I see something like that happening. So that's where I'm leading the same way.
But-
That
Edge has claimed that he wants to dismantle the Judgment Day. And if this is the start of him dismantling, then so be it. But I have a strange feeling that if the Judgment Day does not win, you're going to see a demon come out from the Judgment Day.
there's a rumor. Again,
Oh.
okay, I'm going to tell people right now. WrestleMania rumors are rumors until they're official. Like, let's just put that out there right now. If you hear a rumor for WrestleMania, it is not real until it actually gets announced. Because remember, we had The Rock penciled in for WrestleMania for a year, and he's not going to be there. So any rumor you hear,
Nope.
take it with a grain of salt right now. But I have heard a rumor of Demon Balor versus Edge at WrestleMania. So I have heard a rumor. I don't know how true it
Okay.
is. So
Okay.
I don't know.
That may be really, that's the other rumor too is supposedly it was supposed to be Stone Cold, but Stone Cold was never.
God, I don't know.
Never-
Stone Cold rumors. I didn't believe any of those Stone Cold rumors. I don't believe any of them. I think that was the people like, we don't get Rock. We'll get Stone Cold back. I don't believe any of those rumors. Like, I
Right.
don't believe them.
Right. And Stone Cold says he was never approached to do anything for WrestleMania.
Anyway, let's move on. Next
Or
match.
so he says.
Exactly. Bobby Lashley playing heel, taking on Brock Lesnar, who is the biggest babyface in the company right now. Who saw that one coming? Honestly, I didn't see that coming.
Who gave away his hat to a kid and then took it back?
I know, but hey, you know what? The fact that he did that for the picture is great. But I don't know. I did not expect this to be a thing, but I'm happy we're doing it. I'm leaning toward Lashley winning, but by nefarious means, and like I have the Hurt Business coming out and helping him officially, and then it'll lead to a rematch, like a no disqualification rematch at Mania. That's where I'm leaning. Dad, go ahead.
You just read my mind.
Okay. Dad, you can go first then. Though.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I don't see Lashley when I see Brock winning to basically stay with that baby face, and then Lashley challenging him, of course, at WrestleMania. But here's the thing. I mean, if you can destroy a ring in a pay-per-view and generate heat and put fans in the stand, then I guess you're considered a baby face. But it's strange. It's really strange for Brock to be the baby face in this situation.
I said to Sal over
Yeah, but it's great though.
I said this out during Raw. That when Brock's in the ring, playing to the crowd, holding the cowboy hat up, playing to the crowd, like leading chants, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then when Lashley comes out and he has all the security guards come out, there it is. There's your heel turn. There it is. Thank you for clarifying who the heel in this match is. Thank you so much. Sal, did you agree with me? Go ahead.
Yeah, you literally word for word said what I was thinking. I'm thinking Lashley's going to win. Help with the from the what do they call Hurt Business,
Her business.
and then lead to some sort of crazy no holds bar, no DQ, whatever they're going to do at Mania.
Yeah, I think that's
Big meaty men slapping meat.
there it is. By the way, do you expect I have this weird visual of the Hurt Business with like Lashley, Cedric, and Shelton, MVP, and then behind them is Omos just standing there looking mean but not actually doing anything. I don't need him doing that.
like he normally does?
Yeah, well, like he's almost on the payroll, but then be their security, where like he doesn't have to actually do anything, but he looks scary, and he just put on a mean face, and like that'll work for him, and that'll keep him under contract. Like, but he won't actually have to do anything.
I have to give the devil its due. Almost has a couple more moves in his repertoire, and
he's terrible.
He's not as stiff.
He's terrible.
I know he's there, but he's kind of gaining things and he's learning things. So there may be something else down the road from him. Hopefully,
He's in the wrong era. If this is the 80s, he'd be a main eventer against Hulk Hogan. But it's not. He's in the wrong era.
I mean, here's the thing. There's nobody on the roster besides Braun Strowman who's even close to his height.
True. And Braun Strowman
I mean,
certainly attacking a Ricochet. Who saw that one coming? Who else saw that coming?
there you go.
With a flippity flip.
But you know what? I hate to admit it, but Braun and Ricochet, I watched them on SmackDown. They are really fucking good at the team. Like I did not expect them to be so
Yeah,
good.
they are.
So good.
They really complement each other, which is really good.
Like, watching it was very Big Show Rey Mysterio. That's what it reminded me of. Like how good their chemistry was. That's what it reminded me of.
Yes. In a way,
they're not in the cards. I just want to bring them up because I really enjoyed that on Friday.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the chamber matches. By the way, notice there's no SmackDown matches except for the main event on this show for some reason. I don't know why. If they announced anything on SmackDown, obviously we're not going to know about it because we air the show before Friday morning. But there's no SmackDown matches announced. I was very surprised about that when I was going through the card again. I'm like, wow, that's weird. But we have the number one contendership match for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania because obviously Rhea is facing Charlotte. So we have what they did was they had the final four from the Royal Rumble, and then we had one person from SmackDown, one person from Raw, and here we are. So it is Liv Morgan, Asuka, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Carmella. Sal, where are you heading?
A part of me wants to say Asuka with this new version of her character and everything. I think it'd be really cool. But for some strange reason, I'm leaning towards Natalya.
Really? Okay.
I think Natalya needs a really good title. I think she needs a really good title picture storyline. And what better way to give it to her, the veteran, than to do it at WrestleMania? I mean, why not?
True. That's intriguing. It's very what they impacted with Mickie James, which is not a bad thing. That was like one of their best storylines they've done in years. With the Mickie James Last Rodeo storyline to the title, like that was one of their best storylines they've done in a long time. So if you're gonna copy a storyline, that'd be the one to do. A great storyline this year. I'm torn between Asuka and Carmella. Actually, the reason I say Carmella is because she just came back. She was out for 7 months between her injury and then her pregnancy and then the loss of the baby and everything else. And I really want Mella to win just to hear Corey's reaction. Like I really want to hear that alone. He plays such a proud husband lately. Like that's his character now, and playing the proud husband to Carmella, which I think is amazing. Like I think it's fantastic. Like if you're going to go crazy, if you're gonna be thirsty about somebody on commentary, at least be your wife. Like I have no problem with that. So, but I think Asuka's winning this thing though. I really think you're gonna have Asuka versus Bianca at WrestleMania, the new character, and they give her an over and top entrance at Mania, and I don't know what's gonna happen from there. Like I honestly don't know what's gonna happen from there, but I think Bianca versus Asuka will be the other women's title match at WrestleMania. But I do love the Natalya idea. I'm not gonna lie, I do love that idea. Dad, go ahead.
I'm gonna go way off, and I'm gonna say it's Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay.
I think she'll give Bianca a run for her money for WrestleMania, but I think
strong girl versus strong girl.
May wanna go that route, and Bianca loses the belt and they put it on Raquel, and let's see what happens. Because I don't think you want to put her like in the mid card section. She's got so much potential to do, and let's see her do it. What better way to do it than WrestleMania?
What's interesting about that theory is that Raquel and Bianca are really close friends. So like, that could be a story you throw in there too. Like, there's a story.
There you go.
Right there, you have a built-in story. There's Raquel and Bianca.
And as far as Carmella goes, I can see Corey slipping in some objects to help Carmella once she utilizes them.
I love, like I said, I love Corey and Carmella so much. Like I grew to love them on their podcast if they don't do it anymore. But I also like they're like full reality show they do on YouTube was hilarious. Like I really am falling in love with the two of them as a couple. Like I really love them now. So like
Corey's sense of humor is really different.
I relate to Corey. Like I like Corey's sense of humor because it's very much my sense of humor. So like I get it. Like I follow along with Corey a lot more than you realize.
He's like very sarcastic, which works.
So all right, let's go to the other chamber match. It is the United States Championship. I like the fact that the United States Championship in the chamber. I'm not gonna lie. I like this.
There you go.
It makes the mid card title is really important because you have Gunther over on SmackDown like defending like every other week against people, and they have Austin Theory defending in the chamber with a rumored Cena match coming up at Mania. So like you can't really argue with this. Like you can't argue with the quality of the mid card titles right now, and I'm loving it. U.S. title we have Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, hopefully not in those boots from Monday, Johnny Gargano.
Now with the boots. With the boots.
I don't think you can actually wrestle it with those. Bronson Reed, who, by the way, has decided. I think Paul Levesque told him, "Be Jonah. We just can't call you Jonah for legal reasons, but just be Jonah." On the WWE programming, that's exactly what he's doing. For anyone that's watching WWE that's very confused at Bronson Reed right now, that's his character from New Japan that he's currently playing on WWE television, and you'll love it soon. Trust me, you'll love it. He's such a badass, and I absolutely love his character. This is the same man that beat Okada last year. So, like, Damian Priest from the Judgment Day, and surprise, Montez Ford is in this match.
Hey,
Did not expect that. That's pretty cool.
I know. And what happens to Dawkins?
I've heard rumors of Split Choppers are breaking up, but not like in a heel way, like in a way like, hey, we're gonna break up and let you go do your thing kind of thing.
Okay.
I've heard that rumor going around.
like what they did with the New Day, essentially.
Exactly, like the New Day. Is that perfect? Thank you, Sal. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like just like the New Day. Because from what I've heard, they don't want to feud. They don't want to feud, but they actually, and Dawkins has said, I would love to see Ford go and get pushed. Like he's actually said that online. So I'm leaning personally. I think Montez Ford's winning this thing. That's where I'm leaning. That's why I keep pushing it. So I was making it up. I think Montez Ford's winning this thing. Austin Theory does not need a title to face John Cena at WrestleMania.
Nope.
But I can also see Theory winning, and then John Cena say, "I want to face you for the U.S. title," and then beating John Cena at WrestleMania. I can also see that happening. So I'm torn between the two, but I am leaning for Montez Ford personally as a nice surprise, and then you go from there. You're gonna have a multi-man match at WrestleMania with Montez as champion, and have a lot of fun with that. Sal, go ahead.
See, I was thinking Damian Priest, just to give that faction something to gloat about, and what better thing than giving one of them a championship?
That'd be interesting.
And then maybe Rhea winning the following pay-per-view, and then now you have two championships. I do like the idea of Austin Theory retaining here, and if he is facing Cena with the title on the line, because that'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it'd be a waste, because if Cena's going to go after any title now, it should be the main championship to break the record.
True,
but that's not going to happen.
Look at it from the perspective of the U.S. title is kind of like the biggest title on Raw right now, because Roman's back and forth on both shows. So John Cena would want to go out for the big title. That would be Austin Theory. But the Austin Theory keeps dropping John Cena's catchphrases like every fucking week. Like so.
So final answer. I think Damian Priest.
I like that idea. By the way, I'm going to just follow your booking and have Rhea Ripley win, and then have Dominic and Finn win the tag belts, and then that'd be hysterical. It would never happen, but that'd be hysterical.
Who was it? You that said, or did I read it online? That I hope Rhea Ripley wins the title and puts Dominic on her shoulder, like Macho Man put Miss Elizabeth on his shoulder when he won his title. Was it you that told me that?
That was the beat I sent you. That's the beat I sent you. I cracked up at that. Okay. Okay, Dad, who's winning this?
I am gonna go with a dark horse. I am gonna go with Bronson Reed.
Okay.
Okay.
I think since he's been called up, I think they want to see what he can do. Go to WrestleMania and give him his moment. I was torn. I was either between Bronson or Johnny Gargano.
They're not doing it with Johnny, though, unfortunately. They're doing it with him, unfortunately.
And I think Johnny could actually pull off a good WrestleMania moment.
Johnny's not doing anything, unfortunately. I love Johnny. I don't want to talk about Johnny, but they're not doing anything with him, unfortunately, right now. Like, I really wish he
Well,
would.
I mean, since he and Ciampa were on the main roster, it's like they gave Johnny his push and looked like he was gonna smounce or something. Then all of a sudden, the focus went on Austin Theory.
Well, Austin Theory was the U.S. champion when he
Hey,
came
what happened to Tommaso Ciampa? Did he get
He got
injured?
hurt. He got hurt. He's dealing with another knee injury, unfortunately. He's in his 40s. You got to keep in mind, he is older than most of the people on this roster. So, he's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
It happens.
I think he got hurt when he was wrestling the Viking Raiders, I think.
It was at a house show, from what I heard. It was at a house show. It wasn't even on television. He got hurt. So, now we get to the main event. The main event is the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. It is Roman Reigns taking on Sami Zayn. I know this is obvious what's going to happen here, but I just want to throw out there. There's word going around that Sami is bringing back his old theme music, which I'm ecstatic about. I swear to God, if I hear that music on fucking SmackDown, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Because I love that old theme music. Unfortunately, Sami has no chance in hell of winning this match. Like, I want to be like, I would love to be like, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance. And I give them credit on Raw this Monday for putting up a graphic that said, WrestleMania is either going to be Roman, or either Roman and Sami, or Sami against Cody. There's no way to hell Sami wins this match. Like, there's no way. And I want him to, but it's not going to happen. I'm still leaning for a triple threat at WrestleMania. But I've been hearing rumors about Sami and KO going for the tag belts, which makes absolutely no sense to the storyline going on with Jay and Jimmy right now, but whatever. By the way, so Sal, you don't watch SmackDown. I do want to give you an update on the Uso situation. So the Usos are obviously not allowed in Canada right now.
Right.
For the DUI histories, especially Jimmy. And Jay might be able to get up, but from Jimmy, definitely not allowed in Canada right now. And so here's the funny part is they found a way to write them out.
Okay.
Paul went up to Jimmy and said, the tribal chief has asked you to stay home and watch SmackDown at home because stuff happens on television that you just don't see live. Because that was the payoff to earlier where Jay and Sami had a conversation backstage where they thought no one was watching and it was filmed for television and they fist pumped in the back after Jay and Jimmy defended the belts earlier in the show. Like, that was a moment. Like, holy shit, that's going to be something that's going to come up on Friday. That's going to be something Roman's going to bring up this week. But no, so that's pretty cool. That's their way of bringing out the Usos if they have to for this week's show. Definitely Jimmy, at least. So, yeah, Dad.
Here's the other thing to think about with Jay. And it seems like really happy with Roman and how things are. What if Jay gets involved and then Sami does win the belt?
I don't know. The problem is I don't know if the Usos are allowed in the building. I would love to stay there. That has nothing to do with being in the building.
I mean, I heard supposedly that one of the plans, and I don't know if they scrapped it, was a three-way with Cody, Sami, and Reigns.
It's almost like you didn't hear me say that a minute ago.
Well,
You heard that, Dad? Me 3 weeks ago on this show when I said I want that to be match. I said that 3 weeks ago on this show.
Well, there you go. See, so I'm paying.
I said that after the Rumble. Like,
I'm paying attention. There you go.
You're not paying attention. You're saying I heard this somewhere, somehow. Yeah, come from me. You heard it from me.
Oh, I didn't know if I could use your name.
What?
Do I have permission? Yes, it came from you.
Anyway,
it came from you. Yes.
So, are you saying Sami may win the belt, or are you just going Roman winning the title here, retaining the title?
No, I think Sami may have a chance to win the belt. I really do.
Before WrestleMania.
Yeah, before WrestleMania. Look, I will say though, the February pay-per-view is always the one where Vince would throw a wrench in things and change the belts for no reason whatsoever. This reign is too important. No offense, no pun intended. For them to end it. Fluky.
Again, it took me a couple seconds.
I didn't do that on purpose. But this title reign is way too important to end it at a fluke at Elimination Chamber just because it's in Sami Zayn's home city in his own country. Like, I just don't see it happening. But I will say, I love the Cody Sammy promo on Monday. Like, that was amazing. Like, I didn't expect that. That was a great promo on Monday. Sal, to you.
Loud, audible sigh. I said this, I texted this to you. I'm going to say it again. Fuck Cody Rhodes. Because if it wasn't for Cody Rhodes, Sammy would be winning this title at WrestleMania. But because Cody fucking Rhodes had to come back because he's a little bitch boy, he just ruined it for Sammy. And poor Sammy, this is probably like the only opportunity he's going to have to win the title with the ending of this big storyline that he was a part of and being on television every single week for like the past like year or whatever the case was after, wrestling a fucking midget the year before. And fucking Cody Rhodes has to come in and ruin it. That's all I'm going to say. And I know you have the triple threat theory, but Sammy Danielson is not going to be making an appearance. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, what about this? What if the belts get split? Sammy gets one belt, and Cody gets one belt.
If they were going to do that, they would have announced it for this match. If they were going to do that, let's be honest here, they would have.
I mean, I think people are tired of one person having two belts.
The problem is that we talk about it on the show all the time, and I know, like, we praise the bloodline, we really do. The problem is, people aren't tired of it. That's the thing. People aren't tired of it. We're in the middle of a long.
I get tired of people very easily.
Yeah, like when this show drops, we're hitting 897 days with this title reign, which is absolutely insane for the modern era. Like, it's absolutely insane, and nobody's bored. Everybody wants more. Like,
we're so far into this now that we need to hit at least 1,000 at this point.
Maybe we'll see what happens at Mania, obviously, but like, things have happened.
I mean, like, I'll give you an example. When after a couple months, people just kind of went, eh.
Who said this? Like, Dad, you're the only one on this show in the last 3 years that has picked against Roman Reigns. You're literally the only person. Nobody else has picked against Roman Reigns the last 3 years.
I used to be a pro Roman guy, but
the best character of his career, and you're the only one picked against him the last 3 years. Literally the only person.
I root for the underdog, and I want Sammy to win.
But Sammy's not winning the title on this show, unfortunately. It's just not happening. Like, if it does, I'll be shocked. And we're not going to be here next week. We'll be back the week after, and we will talk about the top of the show if he does win this title. Like, it's like, I just don't expect it. I just don't see it. I can't picture it. I don't. And then I also throw out something. We'll talk about this more when we get to Mania. There's a Saudi show right after Mania. And you're not going to have Sammy be champion because he can't go to Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
So, like,
yeah, there you go.
There's that thing, too.
Oy vey.
Well, that being said, we're done here. We're in normal circumstances. I would throw it to outro music, but again, I said the soundboard's not working. So, Dad, what are we closing the show with? Which I did not see coming.
Hey, we're closing the show with Miley Cyrus Party in USA.
Honestly,
there's a wonderful theme that we've got, and we just completed it.
Yep, did not see that. Any level.
This is, and here's the thing: everyone's got a right to party in the USA. Why not?
Sal, take it away. Go.
For more information on our show, including where you can find us on social media or watch the show on YouTube, go to theblakeandsalshow.com. And pretty please, don't forget to comment or leave a rating and review, and we will read it on the show.
That's the other thing.
You can find the buzzer sound on Blake's soundboard. There you go. Hey, as always, if you have a local independent wrestling organization where you live in, please go see these young men and women that are coming up in the world of pro wrestling sports entertainment. You're going to be amazed on the moves they can do and how they can entertain you with their character. These are the people that want to go to that next level and get into a major organization and make the big bucks. So support these people because they're they're trying hard and they're working their butts off. And hey, let's be nicer to each other out there. A little kindness goes a long way. Things are
No,
kind
it
of
doesn't.
things are getting cow shit, and I'm sick and tired of hearing the news and people getting beat up and dying.
And
Or
don't
shooting,
watch
so-
the news. That is how I solve things. Don't watch the news.
Just be
Kindness
nicer
doesn't get
to
you anything.
everyone.
Kindness
Just
doesn't
be
get you
nicer to
anywhere.
everyone, or else you're gonna make me come there and kick your ass.
I'm just saying, Dad, you know how you solve the problem with the news? You just don't watch the news. That's how you solve the problem.
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
Just
There
saying.
you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All
There
right.
you go.
Well, I actually just realized I did not top of the show, did not plug that on March 28th, Tuesday, March 28th, we're doing our anniversary show live here on Zoom and on Facebook. We ask the people that want to come on the show. It's going to be a fun afternoon. I gotta see. I have some stuff planned that they don't have a clue about yet, and I'm working on it. I got a month or so to work on things. So, we're going to have a lot of fun that day. March 28th, there's going to be a graphic put up soon. Talk about this event, but I just want to throw that out there because we're not going to be on next week. Next week, we're going to have an archive show go up. I had this one saved. I was going to put it up a couple weeks ago, but I decided I'll save it for this week. Give us all a week off before we get into a very busy March. It is me and Mandy. We did a Push the Pause takeover on the main show when Sal needed a week off in our first year. So I figured, why not? As we count down to our anniversary show, I'll put the show up next week. You can hear that. It's a really fun show.
There you go.
The week after, we'll be back to talk about AEW Evolution if they actually announce the card with John Parker here on the main show. So come join us in 2 weeks for that. That being said, thank you all for listening. I'm Blake.
I'm so.
I'm Mark.
And you've been listening to The Blake and Sal Show with Mark. Have a good day, everybody.
See ya.
Party on, dudes.
Oh my god, I can't.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.